Let's do a full beat while you get to know Euni. You is back, and let's do a get to know me while I do my makeup. Okay, I'm at the point with YouTube where I want to look all prim and proper, but I look dusty, and it is what it is. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. I'm not an aesthetic-y girl. I'm not gonna what is my lip? I'm not gonna get super ready to do something. That's gonna waste my time. So I'm just gonna, anyway, back to this. And yeah, so I didn't ask ask me some questions, and I'm still scared kind of to transition my content that I post on Instagram, so I wasn't gonna ask a poll on there or something. I'm a shy girl. So instead I found a website that says 150 of the best questions to ask someone to get to know them. So I'll tell you a bit about myself and then we'll do the question. I'm filming this one take, it is what it is, because like I said, if I sit here and try to be perfect, we're gonna be here all night. Wow, that was whack. I don't even have a full cup of wine, but here we go. It tastes nice and hot because it's been sitting in my room. So my name is Eunice, literally pronounced you and then, well, I just pronounced it. What the hell, Eunice? Eunice Jimenez. Let me think. Let me do my whole life backstory, I guess. So I was born and raised in New York City, Harlem. You know, most New Yorkers, you immediately say the street, but I feel on the internet, I can't say that because what if I eventually move back there, you know? But literally all New Yorkers know, for example, you'd be oh, Harlem, 127th, between 8th and 9th, and people are, oh, okay, you know? And that's a habit of mine, but then I'm wait, don't tell the people. But yes, Harlem, I was born and raised there. I went to PS 36, shout out to anyone who went there. It's interesting though, because I was born and raised there for a bit, but my whole upbringing wasn't there. So it's very interesting telling people where I'm from, because people are oh, where are you from? And then I say Philly. And they're what? And I'm wait, no. And then I'm oh, the Poconos. And they're oh, wait, you've never lived in a city? Wait, I didn't give you guys, if you don't know me from TikTok, you're probably so confused. Okay, so back to my story. It's gonna all make sense eventually. So I was born in New York City. I know this looks like peanut butter, but this is the Giorgio Armani Illuminating something foundation. It is the best, I'm telling you. Look, perfect. So back to this. I was born in New York. I was raised there for a little bit. And then all of middle school, I went to school in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. If you guys know the Poconos, it's literally the mountains of Pennsylvania. So super rural. So I went from a city to rural, which was super drastic. Growing up, I was super excited to move because I was tired of New York. I wanted to get out. And then a few years later, I was wait, I kind of want to go back. I think the camera was definitely playing games on me from afar, but it looks good. Now I'm going to wash my peanut butter hands. Hold on. I feel I'm going to be so self-conscious this whole time in this thing. Whatever. I just have to push past it. So I went to middle school in the Poconos, very cool. And then I'll tell the full story another time because I always have stories within stories. We will never get anywhere if I continue to tell the story inside the story. So for high school, me and my sister had an opportunity to go to a boarding school. And if you guys don't know what a boarding school is, essentially it's Zoe 101, but not as cool. So we lived at this high school, which is called the Westtown School. It's in Westchester, PA. So I live 2 hours away from home. I can't do two things at once. That's why TikTok is nice, because I start and stop the video, you know? But yeah, so we went to boarding school, which was fun. Luckily, me and my sister went together, because if not, I would have yeeted out that place. I missed home, especially the first few weeks. But then after that, I got acclimated. That's where I met some of my lifelong friends that you guys will eventually meet on here in my vlogs. Went to boarding school, and then I was look, gotta go to college. Where do I go? And I picked Philadelphia University, and then when I got there, Jefferson bought it. And I was wait. I said, I'm a Jefferson girl now? That escalated quickly. I wasn't, I thought I was going to Philadelphia University. Anyway, I went there, and I was what do I do with my life? And then, like everyone does, I was well, I'm not going to be a lawyer, so I guess I'm going to be a nurse. And then luckily, they had spots in their nursing program, so I just snagged the nursing school seat, and I went through nursing school. Nursing school for me was definitely rough at the beginning, because I didn't understand what was going on. I literally had never stepped foot in a hospital before. I didn't even know what it meant to really, be a nurse. And then my first day of clinical, literally had a panic attack. Because I was damn, I said, wow. I said, people smell in the hospital. They're old. And people look miserable. And, that's 3 vibes I really wasn't going for. I don't know what I thought nursing would be. I don't even think I really imagined the job of an actual nurse until the second I walked into clinical. I, plenty of times, was contemplating switching out of nursing. I was damn, I spent money. I had people invested in my life thinking I'm about to graduate and shit. What do I do? But I kept pushing through it, and eventually I figured there's going to be things that I like in nursing, which I found. I graduated. I got a per diem job at a kids psych facility. I started as a new grad in the ICU, a surgical ICU, which I'll talk way more about eventually. And then, yeah, that started my big girl job era. Along the way, through those times, I worked as like an indoor lifeguard. I worked in the postal services in the mailroom at my school. I worked as a babysitter for like over 5 or 6 families. What else did I do? I was a hostess at 2 different places. I worked at a kids camp in the summer. So I really have always been like a hustler and always the type of person doing 5,000 things at once. And like, I think growing up, like, especially like I started working at 17, yeah. You really realize what it's like to work, like, I feel like you end up feeling the fruits of your labor. Like, you work hard for something to achieve something, and like, you know what that's like, which I think is very important, because I feel like a lot of times I see people on the internet and I'm like, I can tell you've never worked for something, which is fine. But I think definitely our outlook and our work ethic, like, you can see that. Even at work, or just like how people carry themselves, or what people I think even complain about on the internet. Sometimes I'm like, damn, that's privilege, it's cute. But yeah, I definitely feel like I've gotten my work ethic and stuff through having to work for a lot of things, which I think has like taught me great life lessons. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I'd love to be like come from a family of like billionaires and just like, you know, like exist, but I didn't. So I figured my way out. I did 2 years of nursing at a staff job, like that ICU. And then, well, I was staff, and then I did per diem for a little bit. Mind you, the urge to go into the story of the stories is like, it's itching me right now. Each story can have an individual vlog, but that's not what this is about, Eunice. This is a general get to know me. But yeah, so where was I? This is what happens when I get into the story of the stories. I don't know how my friends listen to me. Like, I really don't know. Because they're probably like, Eunice, like, get to the point. And then I have to be like, where was I? And then like, they bring me back. Oh, I did 2 years at that hospital. I did staff, then per diem, and then I started travel nursing. I did an agency job in Philly, which I loved that hospital. Loved it. I don't know why the girls complained about that place. It really was cool. And then literally end of December, I'm in Ireland and London with my best friend, Meg Noog, kicking it, having a blast. I get a call that I applied to like an LA travel job, not thinking anything of it, because I really wanted to go to Hawaii. That was like Eunice's game plan. I'm gonna make it to Hawaii. It's gonna be good vibes. Clearly didn't make it to Hawaii. And I applied to an LA job just because, and the recruiter hits me up and said, hey, you got the LA job, do you want it? I said, yeah, I'll take it, whatever. And I really didn't think about it until I got back from my trip, like January 6th. Shout out January 6th. If you know, you know. I'm at anyway, America, right? Anyway. So I was like, ooh, do I take the job? And I was like, you know what, F it, let's do it. Let's move to LA. Literally, I had to organize all my stuff within like 10 days. I think you probably saw on TikTok. Like, does the brightness keep changing on here? What's going on? I feel like my phone is giving out. I can't wait to get a camera. Guys, I need camera recommendations like ASAP. I'm seeing the Sony ZV-1 as like a top tier camera. I think my makeup's slaying. I don't know. I guess we'll see the final result. Okay, where was I in the store? Okay, literally had 10 or so days. I was like, fuck it, I'm moving to LA, packed 3 suitcases, organized my stuff, got a rental car, ended up giving the rental car up and recently buying it cheap. Got my housing and I came out here. It wasn't that smooth though. Like, housing was a mess. Getting the car was a mess. Getting out here, I bought the flight like 2 days before. I got comped for it, but still. And that is what was the point of that question? Fuck. Who I am in like a nutshell. But like, I feel like there's so many layers to me. And I feel like even though, oh my God, did I even say I'm 24? And I'm Puerto Rican. Wow, I was whack. I gave you all these details about random stuff. I didn't even say I was Puerto Rican. I feel like most Puerto Ricans are like, hi, I'm Puerto Rican. What's your name? You know? Wow, here I go. Misrepresenting for the girls. That's me. Anyway. All right, I skipped over telling you all the products. That's for another time. But I will say, She Glam blush is that girl. Because look at my skin. Look at that. I think this color is perfect, but I'm trying to go for, I have been doing a combination with these, okay? I'll admit it, but this is usually my desired color, but recently I've been using this neutral peach color. I'm talking like I know something. Anyway, back to this. I think it's almost time to do the questions. In the future, I want you guys to ask me questions and ask me tea. Like, I'm ready to spill the tea. I don't know what tea, about what and where, but I feel like we'll have like good sessions. We'll have like good tea spill sessions, I feel like. Because back to my point, it's going to be a lot of that on here. It's going to be a lot of that. Back to my initial point. Even though I'm 24, I feel like I've lived 5,000 million lives. Like, I feel like I've done a lot. And when I speak to people, I realize, damn, bitch, you can't shut up. Like, you have a story about a story about a story. Always in a story. Also, by the time you see this, I posted a Sunday story time, and that is one of my favorite stories on how I've gotten fired. This stays between us. I've gotten fired from most of my jobs, both like big girl and non-big girl. like a lot of them. And honestly, like they're not even like, some of them are my fault. Like the story I'm telling on TikTok that I told on Sunday, like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been doing that on the job. I definitely should not. But everyone else was drinking on the job. It was a hostess job, guys. I worked at a sports bar. If you're in Philly, tradesmen's, yeah, sports bar. Like, it's not like I was reinventing the wheel or anything. I was just monkey see, monkey doing up in that bitch, and it didn't work. I got called out for it. Anyway, over a man in the NFL. It's his fault. Let's be real. Huda Beauty powder, love. I was using the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I cooled off of this one. Like, I haven't used it in a while because I just feel like my face, it wasn't giving. Anyway, let's get to the question. I swear, y'all are gonna think I went to the corniest website ever. The first question is literally, what's your favorite sandwich and where did you eat it? Like, girl, is that a question? Okay, my favorite one was from college. This guy, me and him were locked in. Like, he worked in the dining area. Like, when he would see me, he knew my order. It was a turkey sandwich with cheese, lettuce, tomato, buffalo sauce, a bit of ranch, hot sauce. Like, it busted. Every time he saw me, he would just start making it. And like, yes, I did want the sandwich almost every day for lunch, but it got to a point, like, say they had mac and cheese that day, like, he would still make the sandwich, and I would feel bad. I'd be like, well, I guess I gotta eat it. But I guess that's my favorite sandwich. But let's like do a better question, maybe. Come on. Hello. What's your favorite place on earth? And I don't want to embarrass the city girls, because I do love the city, but I think my favorite place on earth is like a beach. A calm, chill beach. At the same time, I love a beach club. Like, I'm a beach club girly, okay? Last summer, when I was in Mykonos, when I was in Paris, but I like the vibes. I like the beach club vibes. I haven't gone to like a shit ton of beach clubs. I feel like I also love the beach clubs in Saint-Tropez. I'm sounding like a dickwad right now, aren't I? Oh, Saint-Tropez. But like, I really did love them. So I think like a beach club or a beach is like favorite place on earth. We're never gonna get through any of these, by the way, because I talk too much. What's one place you visited that you never want to return to? All right, no tea, no shade. I think I would go to Costa Rica again, but I feel like the location that me and my friends went to in Costa Rica was just like not it. We went to Jaco Beach, and this is gonna be a whole bunch of no tea, no shade, because I'll probably offend someone, but there was just a lot of workers, and like women working, like, which is fine, like, get your bag, but we just didn't realize it was that kind of town. So like the first night we went out, like, me and the girls were wearing like casual beachwear, like white linen pants, tank tops, chilling, and we were like, damn, like everyone looks like they're in the club, like nice club outfits, heels, whatever. And then we realized they were going up to our guy friends saying like, oh, I charged this much for this, and we were like, oh, and like they were out everywhere, at the casino, during the day, at night. They were trying to get to the bag, which was good for them, but I feel like I wanted a more like, and most of them like weren't from Costa Rica, and they were just like grinding out there, but I feel like I just wanted a town maybe in Costa Rica that was like more beachy, chilly. I don't know where I'm going with this one. I've gotten to the point where I was sitting on my knees, and I usually can do that for TikTok because I feel like the videos are quick, but we're really getting to know each other on here. So, oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna sit on a pillow. Is that better? Wait, let me add one. Okay, that's good. Okay, we had a little moment, but we're fine. Worst movie you've ever saw? Oh yeah. When I was like 7 years old, my dad's a teacher, a math teacher. Some people on TikTok have been like, is Mr. Jimenez your dad? And I'm like, he's your teacher. Yes, he is my dad. I love him. He took me and my little sister, so he's a teacher, and they went on a school trip when I was like 6 or 7 in New York to go see Lord of the Rings. I was crying in the theater. Fuck the people that worked at the theater that even let us in. And then afterward, he took me and my sister to Peter Pan. Like, sir, I couldn't even focus on Peter. I was like dying inside from what I had just seen. And I had my eyes closed practically the whole movie. Naomi, if you're seeing this, like my older sister, do you remember that? Yeah, our mom should have been new. Don't leave us with that man. Because Lord of the Rings? I don't give a fuck that it was free because you were on a school trip. That was foul. I don't know. What's the best TV show on right now? I know it's Love is Blind. I am a sucker for reality TV. Like, anything reality TV, I'm eating it up. Also, I have a friend who just put me on to Temptation Island. Temptation Island, I think it's on Apple TV. And we watched like 2 episodes, and I was like, damn, like, I love reality TV. I love the drama, the tea. Like, I just love it. I love it. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mommy, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. It still makes me Puerto Rican. But I love sushi. Like, sushi just makes me feel good. And, like, don't get me wrong, I love Spanish food, but I just feel so full. Like, and honestly, that's my fault. I don't have self-control when I eat. Like, I just eat too much. I eat until my stomach hurts. But I definitely say sushi. Like, it's a feel-good food for me. Spanish food's like a comfort food. Sushi's like a feel-good. I don't know if you guys can see the powder, like, coming up. Almost like I'm LeBron. I just went... What is the best thing you've read in 5 years? I'm not really big on reading, but I will say I read Oxygen Thief, and like that author's anonymous. I want to know who it is, but they're probably in like London or something, or like the UK based off of the books, but that author's written multiple books and I've read like 2 out of 3 of them. I need to get back into reading. What are you thinking of wearing? I just got a text. So me and this girl are going to Bar Elise in Hollywood, and it's like dinner bar vibes that she said turns into a club. I said, I'm down, but I don't know what to wear. My one light died, but I feel like this lighting is fine. We're just like talking at this point. And like, trust, the makeup looks good. I'm gonna laugh one day when my like whole lighting situation gets better, but for now, this is what we're dealing with. Wait, oh, I have an idea. Let me crank this up. Pump, 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 pump it. How's that? No, it kind of looks sad. Oh, that would be cool, right? Okay, intermission. If y'all saw this setup right now, you'd be geeked. I have the phone sitting with a big light sitting on top with the lamp and a wine bottle holding it. Also, I only have a little bit of wine left, so I might open a mango cart. Don't judge me. What is the one item of clothing you couldn't live without? I feel like sports bras, because like I can rock a sports bra with anything, right? I didn't think that through. I'm just gonna go with sports bra. I said what I said. If you could save one material thing from a fire, what would it be? I would say it has to be my phone, because I have so many... Wait, there's iCloud, never mind. I was going to say I have so many photos and videos, but never mind. Honestly, I don't have anything, like, sentimental. Like, that's an item, you know? Like, I'd be like, oh, let me save my purse, but, like, it's just... I don't have anything. Wow. Is that a flex? I'm about to start... People are like, you know, like, when people talk and they, like, try to throw a flex in there or whatever cool thing about them, be like, yeah, like, you know, if there was ever a fire, there's nothing I'd really, like, materialistic thing I'd want to try and save. It's me. Pick me. Choose me. Love me. Like, What's your biggest pet peeve? Honestly, this is so dumb. This is the first thing that comes to my mind. I don't like when men sit like this. Move your fucking legs. But that's not, oh, I'm sitting on the ground again. That's not like a real pet peeve. I think my pet peeve are just like nosy individuals. Like, it's one thing to be like nosy when it comes time for it, but I'm just like thinking of my coworkers when they're just like asking too much or doing too much. Like, don't worry about me and my patients. Like, worry about yours, please. Oh, so no one was gonna tell me that I didn't do my lips yet, huh? We're just gonna sit here like this. That is crazy. The next question is, what is your favorite quote? It has to be, you know what you know and you don't know what you don't know. My teacher in geometry class in high school would tell me that right before I'd fail like all of his exams, and it truly helped me relax, because I'm like, chill bitch, you only know what you know. Like, don't be pressed. At this point, you don't know it, just take the test. What is your least favorite genre of music? I guess just to like say one, I guess like techno. I don't know, I like house, like I guess more poppin' house now. I used to not stand house, but then I realized if I like the beach clubs, I'm gonna like some house. I think also sometimes house can be hype. Do you like coffee or tea better? I don't like either. When I drink coffee, it's more like sugar milk, because like it's legitimately this much milk, this much coffee, and like this much sugar. I think I did too dark. To be like the lips, someone tell me. It's gonna be too late, but I still want to know. But yeah, definitely not big on either. Like when I go home, I'll drink coffee just to drink it because my mom makes it and it tastes good. And then tea, I was drinking it for like a year because I thought I needed to be like disciplined and drink tea. And what I would do is I would heat up the tea, put it in the fridge, wait till it cooled down, take it out and chug it. Like, what is my lip doing? Like, bitch, you didn't need to do that. Just don't drink tea. It's okay. That was a struggle. What's your favorite way to spend a day off? I feel like I'm so blessed to be able to do this. I have so many friends that like work in fields where like they don't have time, and like I have time weekly to do my favorite things. So it's like go on walks, go to the gym, go rollerblading now. I love FaceTiming people, maybe like cooking a new recipe for dinner, making my same breakfast that I love, just like little things like that. Or maybe like trying a new restaurant. Back when I was in Philly, like my favorite happy hours I would go to, going thrift shopping, like those are all things that I love to do. So when I travel, I feel like I always implement that in my travel as well. What's my guilty pleasure? I shouldn't have looked back at the videos because now I'm looking and I'm like, I feel like my makeup looks like super dramatic, but I promise it looks good in real life. Let's do a few more questions. It says, are you an early bird or a night owl? Definitely an early bird. This morning, I woke up at 6 a.m. and I was feeling good. So I need to start doing that again. I feel like with working night shift, I've been slacking. Oh, I said I was a nurse, right? That's my career. Well, I did. Oh my. I'd be like, Dory in this bitch. Short-term memory. What's on your bucket list? To have fun. Going to Hawaii is on my bucket list. And I want to experience like maybe like 100 countries. I just threw that number out there right now. Right now I've gone to like not 100, maybe 10. I don't know. I want to definitely go to more. It says, what am I most thankful for? I think I'm most thankful for the life I get to live. Like, yes, I worked hard. I think I worked hard for some of it. But, like, it is just such a blessing to be able to, like, even, like, move to California to do the things I want to do. I started DJing, rollerblading, hanging out with people. Like, I'm really blessed. Like, the position I was put in, like, I love it here. It says, what am I most afraid of? I think I'm most afraid of wasting time and, like, dying and not getting to do all the things I want to do. Like, I always had a feeling that I was gonna die young. I know, and you're probably like, you just don't say it out loud. You know, I've been saying it out loud since I was like 17. I don't know why, but like, I just feel like I'm scared I'm gonna run out of time before I get to do the things I want to accomplish. And like, even like, I'm like, I want to take my mom to Spain. Like, that's on my bucket list. Like, if I don't get to do that, I'm gonna be sick. Like, there's just so many things that I want to do, and I'm just scared I won't have time. What is my biggest regret in life? I actually don't have any regrets because I'd like to think that all the decisions I made in the moment, even if they might have been silly, I meant to make them. Let me finish the rest of the 2 drops of wine I had. Warm juice is still good juice. This is, what do you feel you're most passionate about? This is the most selfish answer. Having fun. Like, and I guess spreading the word that we all need to be living a life where we enjoy. I think that's what I'm most passionate about. It says, what does your dream life look like? Honestly, I think it looks like this with, like, even more travel. I feel like I do travel a decent amount. Like, last year I left the country, I think, 6 times. With my nurse money, my big girl nurse money. But, like, I feel like I definitely want to just, like, travel even more. It says, what does a perfect day look like? I feel like I already answered that, kind of. It says, what goals do I want to accomplish over the next few years? So, this stays between us. But I feel like eventually I want to go back to school. I'm getting to a point where I know eventually I'd want a master's. And I'm like, I might as well start sooner and just do 1 class at a time, because if I do 1 class at a time, then I can finish in 3 years. So I feel like that's something, like a goal of mine. Another goal of mine I want to accomplish is I want to take my mom to Spain. I want to travel more. I want to take my dad wherever he wants to go. He barely wants to leave the garage, but like those to me are like goals and accomplishments. I know like a lot of them aren't like accolades I have to show, like, you know, but those like things I want to do. I'm trying to think. I feel like I have like so many like random goals in life, but those are like my big ones. Do you think our dreams have hidden meanings? It just got really deep. I think not even like hidden meanings, but I think it's a sign to go for what you want, like your dreams, like what you really want to do. It says, do you live by any words of wisdom? Yeah, so my mom always says to me, I guess this is one of the last things we'll talk about, but my mom always says to me, your life is going to pass by anyway, so you might as well do it. And like, even when I was like going through nursing school, I'm like, oh, this is so hard. I'd rather do something else, or I'd rather drop out. I'd rather have fun. It's like, I'm going to turn 21 eventually, and I'm either going to have the degree in my hand or I'm not. I'm no longer done up. My phone storage does not have enough storage, so I didn't realize it cut off. But basically, just continuing on, your life is going to go by anyway, so you might as well do the things you want to do. Even though it seems like it's time-consuming and you want to have it right now, a lot of great things in life cannot be rushed. I really appreciate y'all supporting me, and more to come. I'm going to get dressed, and I'll show y'all what I'm wearing.
Babe, don't like my Instagram story unless you want me to come up with the most clinically insane, delusional, problematic reasons as to why you did it.